Oh, hey Virgo, this is Wishko the Ferret. Welcome to the Ferret Den. We're keeping things warm, we're keeping things cozy, and I'm going to be here making sure my feet don't get cold. Today we have a reading for March 13th to the 19th for you. If you are Virgo, Sun, Moon, or Rising, this message could be for you. The only way you're going to know is if you drop into your heart space, let the dust physically, emotionally, and spiritually settle around and within you so that you can determine which messages are for you and which messages are for others. So before we do that, I do want to say that I am about to launch a Patreon here towards the end of March, early April. I haven't really figured it out yet, but I'm still in the works. And yeah, if you like me and if you think I'm cool, go ahead and like and subscribe. That way you don't miss any more content from me and you can keep up to date with the Patreon. So, Virgo, that being said, let's get right on into it. So I have some pre-shuffled oracle cards here for you, and yeah, let's get into it. So thank you, Archangel Michael, for shrouding us in a light of protection at this time. Thank you, Archangel Metatron, for helping clear the energy within my body, with my buddy, my spirit buddy. We'll get into that in a little bit. With my spirit buddy. And thank you for clearing the energy around me so that way I can connect clearly with Source and channel straight with Virgo. Thank you, Angel Energy. Thank you, Spirit Team, for helping connect us to the highest source, the highest truth, and the highest light for our Virgos today. What do they need to know for March 13th to the 19th? So, and as I'm shuffling, I might as well explain my spirit buddy here. There is a spirit, I'm a psychic medium, so like I talk to spirits, and like there's somebody here that says he's my buddy, or someone here that feels like just an energy presence that's here, and he's off this way, and he was like, oh, I want to support you, I want to watch you, and I'm not like 100% familiar with identifying spirits on the other side. They really have to tell me, and I'm a very approachable person in spirit. I want to be careful speaking that, but I'm a very approachable person. So they kind of freaked me out a little bit in the last reading because they were like, oh, I want to see you, and I'm like, yeah, you're making me a little nervous. But he said he was going to be discreet, so we'll just pretend he's not there. I mean, I'll pretend he's not there. You obviously, don't. You obviously can't see him, so. Or feel him. I can't see him either, but I hear him ringing in my ear, so. It's going to make life easier for you. Oh. I feel like, Virgo, this is overall just generally a pretty good reading. I do see a butterfly around, like, in terms of, like, transformation, in terms of what needs to be worked on. Lately, I've been seeing, when I picture the energetic body of different signs, in this case, your case, Virgo, I see the 7 chakras, and I see like where the butterflies are kind of migrating to. So whatever chakra center needs work at this time. If you're not familiar with the chakra system, go Google it, go down the rabbit hole. But right now, from what I see from you, is your sacral chakra is where the butterfly seems to be wanting to work on right now. So in terms of your sexuality, in terms of your passion, it's like located right behind, or like maybe a little bit underneath the navel, and it's the color coded with orange. So typically that does relate to our passions, even in terms of like our hobbies and stuff. This is our creativity. This could be our sexuality. This is just our creation center of the body. So just working on that. Okay, so I'm hearing Spirit say, please do tell. So, okay, someone said, I understand what you're talking about. Some of you understand what I'm talking about. Some of you kind of want me to elaborate. I'm not really sure what to elaborate on it, other than it feels like for some of you, maybe there's a little bit of a roadblock. I hear that you're stunting your growth, either because you're not putting out as much as you could. I'm not saying like do more, but there's something here about not willing to put in the work or not willing to do as much as you can be doing. There's something that if you're not expressing your creativity, if you don't have something to express your creativity at this moment, then you are stunting your growth in that respect, is what Spirit's trying to say. So working on your crown chakra, I'm hearing your crown chakra will open, your connection with the divine will open once you work on expressing your creativity a little bit more. And once you start actively playing, even if you don't really have a hobby that, like, if you're not really the artistic fellow, or you're not really the artistic type, really diving into some form of art or literature or music or some type of, I don't know, some type of creative expression, it will do you well. Spirit says it's like therapy for you, or it can be very therapeutic for you. I don't think it should ever be the substitute of therapy, and I'm an advocate for therapy for everybody, but the symbol that they mean with that is that it is very therapeutic and it can calm you. It's something that is almost like a very good aid to your lifestyle or your living. So making space for that, Spirit is throwing that out there. So in terms of your current energies, you had a lot of cards spitting out for current energies here. You have the Magician. I'm going to go through them one at a time. You have like big ticket cards, like major arcana is what I mean, but you have big ticket cards for like the first three of them. Magician, you're a manifester. You're manifesting everything. We all manifest things, but I feel like in terms of the human design, I really feel like you are empowered at this time. You are empowered to create. You are directed by Spirit to create. You are probably feeling this energy right now, and if you're not, you're going to be stepping into it this week, or there's something around to inspire you to create. There's something here about just shifting your energy and focusing on the things that you want to bring into this world. And it doesn't have to be in terms of the artistic, of what I just talked about. We're talking think bigger. So whatever you want to manifest for your life, be it a new home, a new job, a new partner, a new, I just heard a new building, whatever the case may be. Maybe not really like an architect, but there's something here about, like, you know, ooh. Virgo. Some people despise you for this ability, and it's not your problem. It's not your problem. But Spirit just kind of came through with the whole, like, they're kind of giving you a hint for your future that you, like, your space is highly coveted, or like that your abilities to create are highly coveted. That's not like, that doesn't, like, you know, that shouldn't really make us feel very good. To me, that doesn't really make me want something more. But it does. It kind of gives you a heads up for just how incredible your powers of creation are, is the fact that other people look at you and they hate you because they want it. You don't really pay attention to those energies, but it's just Spirit kind of, that's kind of Spirit's way of communicating with you how important and how big this skill or talent of yours is your ability to manifest things in your life. You have the Death card. So for this week, I really do feel like you're closing out something. You're closing out something old. You're calling in something new, and you're kind of being reborn again. This doesn't feel like a huge shift in your energy, but this does feel like kind of like a carpe diem, seizing the day. It feels more judgment card vibey than anything. But I feel like with this card, you're really just, you're closing the door on a chapter. There's something here, Spirit kind of wants to enunciate with this card that you are closing a door on your on some old chapter of your life because you want to manifest something new, or you want to manifest something better. You're just calling in something better because you're taking the reins. The Chariot, it's like, I'm thinking of that. Is it that NF song? Is that who he is, NF? Where he's like, I don't know, there's a TikTok going on right now, and there's like, where people are like reenacting the end of the song where he's yelling at himself and he's fighting with himself, like he's arguing with like this demonic voice type of thing, basically himself saying, you can't do it, you're worth nothing, blah blah blah. And then he was like, I'm gonna take the reins or something. Like, that's how the song ends. It was actually pretty awesome, and I just added it, I think, to my playlist. Very, very good song. But it's about taking control. Like, it's almost like, and like, because Spirit's kind of sending me that song, it really does feel like you are recognizing your power. Like, you recognized your power recently, or you recognize just how powerful you are. So you are quite literally just taking the reins and rolling with it. This is that new beginning. This is that new birth for you. You are taking the reins of this, and you are just rolling with it. My ears are ringing in confirmation right now. So I feel like your energy, when my ears are ringing, it's like tuning into a different vibration. And I feel like that's what you're doing, is by taking the reins, you are tuning into your ultimate power of creation. You're tuning into a higher vibration, and your energy, your frequency is like raising. which is all in all pretty incredible. You have the Ten of Pentacles as well in your current energies, which is you have your sights set high when you used to have them set small. And you're recognizing that you can achieve greater. So you are setting your sights higher with this one. You're setting your sights high on having all of the things that you want, when before you believed that that reality could not be true for you. So I just feel like that's the energy you're stepping into. I mean, if you can believe it, then you can achieve it, right? That's what the Ten of Pentacles is saying to me. So, dang, Virgo. Okay, Virgo, you're getting it. The Five of Cups here does say that there are some limiting beliefs still present with you. And some of them I feel like you will start to recognize. This feels like it's more towards the energy of like the end of the week. So like this is one of those things that really feel like it's not going to bother you at first, and it's going to be full steam ahead at first, and then all of a sudden like you might start to express doubts. This kind of happens when you're embracing this very focused, I don't want to say obsessive, but at a similar energy. Back at the beginning of this year when I was like, okay, I'm going to start this YouTube. And like, I was very focused for a while, for like a few weeks. And then all of a sudden I was like, I felt like a whole new person. And then all of a sudden, like the doubts started creeping in and I started losing momentum a little bit. And that happens with everybody. You have that initial spurt, but then, you know, you might start to like, you know, with the reality sets in of like, what am I doing? Oh my gosh. And you start to ask questions, right? But Spirit is saying that they're going to coax you on. That's the biggest thing. They're going to coax you on through this time period. And I feel like you're going to be able to coax yourself on through this, these beliefs that you have, because I feel like you're just going to push along anyway, but that there are limiting beliefs that are going to stop you from actually, they're not going to stop you. You're going to work through them. But these limiting beliefs, should they be permanent, would stop you ultimately from achieving your goals. And I feel like you have these beliefs that you're kind of like, oh, like you feel kind of downhearted, like a little bit, like, but like, you know, like you might see stuff in your reality too that might seem like a hindrance or an obstacle to you, and you might feel kind of down about it, but Spirit's actually going to coax you along. And I feel like it might introduce a little bit of fear, but I really feel like you're going to be overcoming that in the long term, and you're going to be unafraid, and being unafraid is going to help you manifest greater things. Some challenges for this week: you have the King of Wands, the Ace of Wands, and the Knight of Cups. So let me start with this though. Let me start with the King of Wands in terms of your challenges. What could be challenging for you this week is, somebody just said score enough. Like you feel like you don't score enough. So like in terms of like maybe you don't feel as much of a winner as you could be. That feeling kind of might get you down a little bit, or that like if you are, they're giving me this image of like throwing this ball at a bullseye, like a dartboard basically. And it's almost like you see everybody else going and hitting the bullseye, and then you're going and you're trying to hit the bullseye, but you keep missing your mark every time. And it kind of feels like, you know, they're like, why aren't I winning too? And, I'm just going to like completely ignore like the traditional meaning of tarot and just get with like whatever comes to me. Like I'm just going to channel it straight through. Because in a challenging position, it really does feel like you don't feel like that King of Wands yet. You don't feel like a winner. You don't feel like you have it all, that you're running your own kingdom, because you see everybody else doing it and it kind of gets you down. So a challenge here is, it's almost like you have to call up that king from within, but you got to start somewhere. And Ace of Wands is kind of where you have to start. Ace of Wands is also in your challenge. It could be taking on, like, I hear that you're on a creativity streak, and this is actually your ticket out. This is a ticket for how to deal with your challenge, but it feels like you're afraid, like there's a part of you, maybe a part of your limiting beliefs here with those Five of Cups is actually feeling afraid of your own power and what you can, like a lot of times people are more afraid of success than they are consciously aware of. And when they dive into their subconscious, okay, let me tell you this dream. And let me tell you how much this dream pissed me off, Virgo. I'm sorry to swear, but that's how much this dream irked me. I had a dream the other day, and I was at work, because I work at a school, and I was working with one of the teachers, and they go, I walk in, and I just got this email. I walk in, and I'm telling the teachers, oh my God, I just won the lottery. I won like $10,000. And they're like, oh my gosh, really? Well, that's so cool. Congratulations. And then I was like, yeah, all I have to do to claim it is to make this call. And they're like, oh yeah, go do it. And I worked the whole day and didn't make the call. I can't remember what I was doing, but I guess I was taking care of something in a classroom. It was the end of the, I finally found a space and a peace to do it. It was kind of a risk. All I had to do was call real quick. And like, I think like I hit a number and I hit call. And then like, or like, it wasn't a call. It was like putting in your information. And I put in the information and it asked me for my name. Like I literally, I put in my birthday, which is what they asked for. I hit submit. And then they popped up with, okay, like tell us your name. And I couldn't write, like, because like at that time I felt my frequency in the dream and it was very powerful. Like the energy around me was overpowering and I knew I could push through it and I knew I could handle it. And I wavered and I was like, no, because like someone was coming and like in my dream, and I was like, okay, I don't like, you know, I mean, this might not be the appropriate time to claim it, so I'm just gonna put it away. But like the power itself, the power that I was feeling really kind of freaked me out. I was like, oh, that's too overwhelming, like I'll just do it later when I'm like at home and like when it's right, you know, when the time feels right or whatever. But it was just too overwhelming. And I woke up. Guys, I woke up and I did not, and I feel like that's kind of the energy of this. It's really just seizing your power and understanding, like, I really never, like, I literally sat here, like, I woke up from this dream and I was like, am I afraid of succeeding? Get freaking real. Really? And I'm just, you know, I mean, that's something to journal about, but that's exactly what this energy feels like, and that's kind of what the example that Spirit is kind of coming through with right now, is that I'm not saying, I mean, you might have won, I don't know, but they're just straight up like, I mean, don't go playing the lottery because of me, but they're literally saying like, you're recognizing you have this choice to take this opportunity where you can feel powerful and be powerful. And it's almost like the power of it is kind of overwhelming for you. So actually seizing that power is something that you might have trouble with this week. The Knight of Cups is exploring. The Knight of Cups in your challenges, because you have 3 cards in your challenges, the Knight of Cups feels like you're kind of exploring and you're kind of determining a little bit of what you want your life to look like. And I feel like this is in terms of how you view your inner world and how you want to feel. You're kind of shape-shifting the way that you are not only viewing your reality, but like the gifts that you're being given and how you can use them. It's like you're taking the deep dive to try to find them, and it's almost like you have trouble pinpointing your exact emotions and fears on this. And Spirit's saying like, what do you say? Is that what you just told me? What do you say? So my left ear is actually burning a lot right now. And I feel like Spirit kind of wants me to like backtrack a little bit and explain. What do you want me to explain here? I feel like there might be some reflective things that you can do, reflective exercises that you can do to really take the deep dive into this energy so that you can determine what exactly it is that you're afraid of, so you can get past these limiting beliefs. Because what's going to make your life easier or the way forward here is Page of Swords. Page of Swords is getting clear. It's quite literally making the choice of choosing how to think. So it's interesting with the Knight of Cups that a gift is being presented, or you're struggling to, there's something with the emotions that you're kind of struggling with. And I almost feel like when I see the Knight of Cups in my mind, I kind of feel him going back and forth and walking in circles because you're just unsure of where to take your emotions. You're unsure of how to view not really how to view your emotions, but you're unsure of what to make of them. So doing reflective exercises on that and journaling and like letting automatic writing, for example, take over, or just writing and journaling and seeing what comes to you. Just write whatever you're inspired by. I swear to God, even if it sounds silly, do like a stream of consciousness thing and see what comes through, because the angels and spirit guides do like to speak to you through those things. Through those types of things. Page of Swords, what's going to make your life easier is actively getting these thoughts down on paper or actively speaking it out. There's something here about discovering your truth. There's something here about using logic and intellect to help sort out your passions and your emotions. And it's almost kind of like, especially with a page, it's almost like you're well versed. I hear there's something here about being well versed and having a mastery over something. So it's just a matter of using the skills that you already have present with you to help sort through these challenges and beliefs. I feel like Spirit views you as highly capable of handling this. Otherwise, they wouldn't have thrown it at you. But this is an energy that you can embrace and you can wander in for as long as you want, because what's also going to make your life easier is relying on your gift and talents of handling your emotions very well. The Queen of Cups has a very keen sense of her own intuition and the thoughts and emotions of herself as well as others. So you have already reflective tendencies already, Virgo. You kind of know yourself very well. I mean, the Queen of Cups is focused very intently on something, and you have that ability to focus on something very intently. You're very caring and kind and nurturing. And those kinds of energies, especially in the terms of like, it feels like maybe you've been a feeler, you've been a great feeler, but like not a great feeler. How would I say? You have been like, you're well equipped, basically, is the vibe that I'm getting. I feel like you can articulate things, your emotional intelligence is very high, and that's going to make this time easier for you to do the kind of sorting out that you need to do with this vibe. Excuse me, I need some water. That being said, let me pull some oracle cards for you so that we can get the rest of your message. What else does Spirit have to say about this? You have deep replenishment, retreat, rest, be held. This is the kind, caring, nurturing. Treat yourself like a queen or a king or whatever you identify as. Treat yourself like royalty. Treating yourself like royalty and really taking that time. I just feel they just gave me a flash of somebody soaking in a bath with candles and rose petals. So if soaking in a bath is something that's like thebomb.com for you and it's going to help you feel calm and relaxed, that's kind of what's being called for this week. You also have no. Wait, postpone, pause, say no. You could be inundated with various requests this week from other people. Don't be afraid to say no, because this deep replenishment is required. This isn't too, I mean, this can be an active week for you, but I feel like you can't brush past this healing. You want to create, you want to do things, but really taking the reins is a lot of work. Taking the reins is something that requires you to step into a space of, like, you're quite literally shifting your whole frequency. Do you know how exhausting that is, by the way? When you're, like, shifting your perspective and you're thinking about life from a whole different angle, or when you're viewing just how much power you have, like, that takes time to let settle. So coming out of this, like, reborn energy of the Death card, you really do need to not, like, I feel like because your energy is shifting, you're soaking up things like a sponge right now. And it's not just like, and soaking up things like a sponge in terms of other people's energies. And it's very easy. Like, you're very attractive at this time, and you're very, like, you're like a magnet for opportunities and experiences. Don't fear the FOMO, the fear of missing out. Don't fear the FOMO. Don't fear that feeling that comes up. Don't fear saying no to people. Because it's something that you need. Opportunities will come to you again. These aren't once in a lifetime opportunities. Like I don't know. Your intuition will be your guide on this, but maybe you're the person that says yes to everything because you really don't want to miss out, and it's okay to say no for the sake of recalibrating your energy. Because like I said, opportunities will always be there. You can drown in life if you let it. So guard your energy at this time because you are changing here. Milk and honey. I don't know. Again, like when I was shuffling this deck, like when I was shuffling for the oracle cards, I kept hearing that like abundance is here for you. Abundance is coming in. You're just kind of overflowing with it. There's just a lot of opportunities to feast at this time. Milk and honey is a card of really lapping it up, being luxurious. And honestly, this card comes with a warning of being like a little too luxurious and resting and like and making things a little too sweet, but I really don't think you can go wrong with making things too sweet. I really, like, literally Spirit just said butter it up. So butter it up. I mean, make whatever this experience is for you, make it good, make it sweet, make it delicious. However it is that you experience this, Virgo, Spirit wants you to enjoy the sweetness of life, and that's what they're calling you for. Truth be told, everything that I'm saying, no, and I feel like not everything that I say is going to resonate with someone who's watching this, but you'll know which messages are resonating with you and what's not. Truth be told is a card that talks about, like, not only is it like your eyes being the windows to your soul, you very well understand this because you can kind of pick up the energy from other people by looking into their eyes, and that's a gift that you have. It's also something that, like, you can feel their energy stronger if you look into their eyes. That's actually something that I also have as well. But I feel like a lot of you, this is a card of being honest with yourself. And quite literally maybe looking into the mirror, looking into your own eyes and trying to, like, use that ability on yourself. Look into the mirror, look into your eyes and see what your energy is saying to you. The first thing that pops into your mind, what is it saying to you? That could be actually a good reflective exercise for some of you. I just heard keep it short, keep it sweet. You don't have to spend hours doing this exercise. It could be a 5-minute thing. It could be a 2-minute thing. Not even that. But Spirit's saying, keep it short, keep it sweet. Because what you need, you already know. What you need to know is something that you already know. And it's actually like, how do I want to say? It's like coming up to like the tip of your awareness. So it's like about to come into your conscious state of mind. You just need to call it out. You just need to call it up and out, so that you can be aware of it. So whatever you need to know, look in the mirror and see what comes up. You also have, oh my goodness, somebody had this literally, you earth signs are getting present. Like, I think it was, who did I just do a reading for? I did a reading for Taurus just now. And present also came up with them. Journey into the garden to escape the two eternities, the past and the future. So really make sure that you're grounded in the present at this time so that you are not jumping too far ahead of yourself. Your journey, okay, so I just heard your journey is intimate. Your journey is inescapable, but like in a good way. Like, what is good in your life will not leave your divine path. So you don't need to worry if you don't take advantage of it now or in the future. Like, don't even worry about the future and don't even linger on the past, because the present is where things are truly going to be sweet. In order for this nourishment to actually take place, you need to be fully anchored in the present and focusing on those current energies, because your true manifestation powers are focused on the present. People who try to manifest, if you focus too much on the future, we call in so many other things that aren't what we want, and it's because their focus isn't on the right thing. So definitely learn about the law of attraction and manifestation. I feel like that would be pretty important for you, because again, in terms of like the 5 types of human designs, I feel like that might be something that interests you to study as well. I don't know too much about that, but sometimes it comes up a lot in my readings. So I should really learn about that, guys, if somebody's like flashing it up again and again. But there's something here about being manifestors. So you could be a manifester. I feel like some of you could also be generators, but there's something coming through about like understanding the 5 types of human design could help you take the most advantage of the type of energy that you are giving off. And then that could, like, your relationship, your energy's relationship with the world and how you understand it. It helps develop and further. Studying that stuff is going to help and develop and further your view of energy and how you can best manifest things. Sorry, if my speech is all over the place, I apologize. I'm trying to figure out the best way to articulate these things. We also have angel dice for you, so I'm going to pull from Angel Numbers book before I let you go. 917. Your angels are opening the doors to new beginnings and opportunities for you. Embrace change. Again, your angels are opening the doors to new beginnings and opportunities for you. Embrace change. Y'all, when I tell you, I literally shuffled. No, not shuffled. I rolled and I moved them from hand to hand. Y'all got 917. Y'all want to know what Taurus got? 916. Okay, sorry. These readings are like, I mean, like, if you have Taurus, or if like Taurus is a very strong energy for you, if you so feel called, maybe you'd want to go watch that one too. But y'all getting some pretty close pretty close and overlapping things here. Maybe it's because you're earth energies. I don't know. Maybe as I do the zodiac readings more, I'll be able to understand a little bit more of how the different energies play off of each other. But with that being said, Virgo, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for letting me, check in with your energy. And thank you to your guides and your spirit team for helping me present this message to you. And again, if this resonated with you, go ahead and like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Love you.